All right, our friend Patrick is back with us. We were just debating whether we should call it windy or breezy or both.
Well, I like to call it
breezy.
Yeah. If it's 20 miles an hour, I don't consider it really getting windy until about 25, maybe 30 miles an hour.
There's settings on these words? I didn't know that.
It's kind of like cold and chilly.
Fair enough.
That makes sense.
It's subjective.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at our forecast. A breezy day expected tomorrow. 10 to 20% coverage of showers as a front works into the area. You get one day of lower humidity Wednesday morning, and then it's back in your face Thursday and Friday. You know what I'm talking about if you work outside for a living. Humidity back in on Thursday and Friday. Looks dry through Saturday. Maybe scattered showers and storms Monday of next week.
All right. We want to remind you what's coming up on 12 News Plus, our exclusive streaming channel. You can catch Locked On Sports at 8, followed by In the News Now at 9:30, and then we'll be here for 12 News at 10. Good night.
Good evening, Southeast Texas. Hope you are doing well. Looking at big storms well off towards our north. Again, these storms are due to an approaching trough of low pressure. It's going to be bringing us a cold front. This activity is along the Red River. We're obviously not going to see anything like that, but as you can see, quite active weather in through the Red River Valley, and looks like just to the southwest of McAllister, one tornado reported there. Number of tornado warnings in effect, but these are basically because of rotation. I don't see anything right now that is jumping out at my eyes as far as whether or not these are confirmed tornadoes. Certainly rotation, but again, lots of active weather going on into the southern plains, now east of Kansas City, but look at all these cells. Now, these are the ones that you got to watch for. These isolated, what we call supercells. Those are what we call discrete cells. Those discrete cells, those are the ones that kind of put down tornadoes. One over towards Topeka. Those are the ones that we'll be watching. These are just quick spin-ups towards the east of center. And as you can see, the worst of this is now evolving into a line. This is what usually happens as we go through the evening hours with these severe weather events, is that all these individual discrete cells like to merge together into lines, and that's what is occurring now and towards Marietta, Ardmore, back over towards Bowie, North Texas, and up towards McAllister, and now east of Muskogee. Otherwise, just wanted to show you that. That's what's going on right now. And see, all this moisture that's over our area and the breezy winds, that is what is feeding those storms up in the North Texas and back over towards Kansas and Oklahoma. That's why they're seeing it. We're providing them with the moisture and the warmth. And again, we've seen breezy winds today, some 20 to 25 miles an hour. I think the winds will be down a little bit tomorrow as the front finally approaches our area coming up tomorrow afternoon. But expecting mostly cloudy skies, a windy night across the area. That'll be followed by a slight chance of showers. Probably not getting any thunderstorms tomorrow ahead of a front that comes in tomorrow late. Regardless, lower humidity. It's going to feel pretty nice on Wednesday afternoon. That morning may feel nice as we go back into the 60s, but looks like a hot afternoon. But the sting of the heat index may be tempered a bit coming up Wednesday because the humidity levels will be lower. And then this will all move off to the east. The moisture will return as we head towards Thursday afternoon as that front lifts back to the north as a warm front. And the upper level pattern will evolve into a ridge of high pressure coming up by Friday and Saturday, and that means dry weather. Then the big question mark. Do we get widespread shower and thunderstorm activity or more scattered activity as we head towards Monday of next week? Several models showing the potential for at least scattered activity across our area as a shortwave or a trough of low pressure moves into our area, followed by another possible weak front dipping down into our area by Tuesday. So we've elected to go fairly conservative this far out. I'm not going to jump on it right now, but about a 40% coverage next Monday. But as you can see, the nightly inversion starting to form. We're getting these low clouds starting to form across our area, especially in the triangle. It's up towards the lakes areas, a little bit more mid and high level clouds. So temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Notice the lack of any precipitation across our area. We could get a small chance of some isolated sprinkles overnight, but I wouldn't bet on it. I think our best chance coming up tomorrow is only going to be a 10 or 20% coverage, and that may be a stretch. So another windy night, looking at wind gusts 20 to 25 miles an hour overnight across southeast Texas. Obviously, I think the windiest weather will be along the coastline as the flow continues unabated off the Gulf. Regardless, that keeps dew points up. Remember, dew points are a measurement of how much moisture is in the air. And when the temperature cools in the evening, and say we say it's 73, and that temperature falls from what, 83 now, and we get down to 80 and then to 78, the dew point and the actual temperature are pretty close. So that means your humidity goes way up. So lots of moisture in the atmosphere, and it feels quite unpleasant outside as far as the humidity levels. And seeing what's going on now, we're watching dust. It looks like from maybe El Paso San Angelo, that's all dust coming in, wrapping around this trough of low pressure that's occurring from Nebraska back over towards sections of northern New Mexico. And that's what's steering this front. And that will be here coming up tomorrow afternoon. And that's also causing all the activity, the shower and thunderstorm severe weather into North Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. So this trough will be headed our way as we work on in to say tomorrow evening across our area. Excuse me. Otherwise, tonight, high-res modeling showing there's a potential for some maybe some sprinkles across our area, but it looks like mainly it'll be mostly cloudy to cloudy as temperatures drop into only the mid to upper 70s. If that stays the case and we stay 78 in Beaumont, we'll tie the record for the warmest low ever recorded for tomorrow morning. Otherwise, as you can see, just not a lot of fun as it'll be warm and humid across our area, well above normal. Then tomorrow, another breezy day is expected across southeast Texas as we could see some wind gusts around 20 miles an hour. Clouds may thin out, but as you can see, not much. 10, maybe 20% coverage of showers ahead of this weak front that'll be pushing through our area late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. But ahead of the front will be around 90 degrees. So again, there's that trough of low pressure that is moving through Nebraska and the Texas Panhandle. That's what's causing all those storms over towards Oklahoma. So this trough of low pressure will head off towards the north and east, and that will push the cold front through our area. Look at all this brown. So we use in weather, in meteorology, we use brown as dry and green as moist. So we expect that front to be through Louisiana and the coastal waters of the northern Gulf as we head towards late Wednesday. That's where the front should be. And that will allow us to see a drier air mass filter on into our area as we work on in to Wednesday afternoon. And it should feel pretty good Wednesday morning across southeast Texas, as we'll likely see those lows into the 60s. But this is all dry air, and that is pushing southwards behind the front, and that's going to push the muggies, the green, the moisture out into the Gulf. So it ought to feel a little more enjoyable as we head towards, say, Wednesday afternoon. But don't get used to it, because that's all going to head back to the north as that warm front lifts back to the north as we head towards, say, Thursday afternoon. So the muggies will only be gone for one day. So then as we work on into Saturday, we'll be watching high pressure smack dab over central Texas, and that usually means hot, humid, mainly dry weather conditions over our area. Now the ridge may break down as we work on in to, say, Sunday night into Monday. Some modeling is showing that we may get another trough of low pressure moving out of the west, coming across the state, and that would bring us a scattering of showers and storms. Some modeling is quite wet next Monday. Not ready to bite off on that yet. We'll go with about a 40% coverage of scattered showers and thunderstorms across southeast Texas. A little bit too early to tell how much at this point, but we certainly do need rainfall in our forecast. On the Gulf tomorrow, not the best of days, as we're expecting choppy seas around 2 to 4 and breezy south wind, so exercise caution. So our forecast tonight, mostly cloudy to cloudy skies are expected. I think the best chance of seeing winds of 25 miles an hour will be confined to Orange and Jefferson counties due to our proximity to the coast. Otherwise, up towards inland southeast Texas and up towards the lakes area, should see low temperatures in the mid 70s, well above normal for this time of year. We normally should see about 68 if memory serves as our low temperature for this time of year. So you can see in Beaumont, we're going 77, so almost 10 degrees above normal. Now, if we hit 78 and stay at 78, and that's our low, then that will tie the record as the warmest for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I may have gone a little bit too warm for Beaumont. Depends on how much sun we see. We could go partly cloudy to partly sunny tomorrow. The more sun we get, the warmer temperatures we'll see. So mid to upper 80s, maybe around 90 in the Triangle and up in the Lakes area. I think we'll see lower 90s that way. So 10, again, maybe 20% coverage of showers. Right now, I'm not thinking that we'll see thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Could see them, but it mainly looks like showers again, as winds become south and then southwest. And we'll be seeing that front turn your winds towards the northwest late tomorrow afternoon up in the lakes area as the front begins working on into the area, as you saw on Futurecast. Regardless, it does look like over the next 7 days that 10 to 20% coverage on Tuesday. Low temperatures Wednesday morning could be into the mid to upper 60s across the area. Feel a little bit closer to normal for this time of year on Wednesday as the drier air filters on in. Should see plentiful sun coming up Wednesday afternoon with highs in the lower 90s. And then on Thursday afternoon, we'll start to see that cold front that's out in the Gulf begin working back to the north as a warm front. And that will start allowing higher amounts of moisture to work into the atmosphere. Right now, other than that front, I don't see much of a chance of rain. And then Friday and Saturday, it looks like there's just no focus. There's no disturbances moving through in the upper levels. There's no frontal boundaries. So right now, not going to go with any rainfall coming up Friday and Saturday. Lows in the low to mid 70s, highs around 90 degrees are expected. We're expecting partly cloudy skies. And as you can see, Sunday, that ridge will begin breaking down across our area. So we'll go with a 20% coverage of showers and storms. And then by Monday of next week, again, could be double of what I'm going with right now. We'll go with a 40% coverage of scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is ahead of a possible front and an upper level disturbance. But again, some modeling is much wetter than this. But we've chosen to go conservative at this time. And those highs may only be into the mid to upper 80s. We're on 12 News Plus, Facebook, Twitter. Download our app. Oh, and we're on YouTube too. And don't forget to download our app. Otherwise, that's your 7-day forecast. Let me review real quickly on the forecast tonight. Again, we're expecting skies to become mostly cloudy to cloudy across the area. It's going to be